Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dwayne. I wanted to give you guys an example of working a lead. So, this lead just came through the system and she hit the get started button. So, the agent came back and said, "Hi, may I ask if I'm speaking to Mrs. Lindsay or Mr. Nathan?" That's perfect. Now, she responded with, "Hey, this is Lindsay. I saw your post in one of the groups. We follow and my husband and I are looking to get in some info on first-time homebuyer programs around the Murfreesboro area. Before we decided to rent, we really wanted to get info on what we could possibly qualify for and if it was even possible for us to buy a home." So right there is a perfect lead. Okay. Now I noticed that the agent did not respond. All right. So for a while. So I jumped in here to try to save this deal. So this is me taking over for the agent right now. Says, "Hello, Lindsay. Sorry for the delay." She says, "It's not a problem." I said, "Can I ask you a couple questions?" She says, "Yes." I say, "I am a first-time homebuyer expert. Let's start with the basics. Do you know your credit score right now?" She says, "Yes, my husband has pretty decent credit. His credit's in the upper 600s. I said, "Great, check mark. Does he have a job?" And she says, "We just started rebuilding our credit within the last 2 years or so." Yes, he has a job. He's been in plumbing for over 3 years. And then I said, "Awesome. Is he self-employed or is he working for a company?" And she says he works for a company. Great. Check mark. Perfect. "Do you have any money saved up right now?" She goes, "We do not, because we thought we were going to be renting up until recently, and we found out that it could be possible to buy a home. We are very motivated, and as soon as we get the go ahead, we will be saving." Now, I said, "Okay, so Tennessee has a program called THDA, which in our market stands for Tennessee Housing Development Authority. We may be able to get you qualified for. They can provide you the down payment you need. Would it be okay if I have my loan officer reach out to you to see if we can get this done? How much you paying in rent now? I'll get you a list of homes as well to consider." Now, she comes back and says, "My husband will be home for work soon, and I was speaking to him about it. What would the loan officer need? I don't think we're quite ready to have our credit pulled or anything yet, but within the next couple months, we are definitely going to be wanting to move forward. We currently live with my in-laws, so we're not paying any rent as of now." All right. So she gave me a little bit of pushback. Now watch how I flipped her. So THDA requires a 640 credit score, and they can provide you down payment you need. Interest rates are low right now and expected to go up. But so sooner you start, more likely the better payment you will get. But we can get you started whenever you want. Might make the difference between an extra $100 per month or so. They won't necessarily have to pull credit, but they are going to want to see some income documentations and such. That way you will know your options. If you can buy, great, let's go house shopping. If not, then we'll know what you need to do in order to qualify. FYI, pulling your credit for mortgage does not lower your score. It's a myth. Go try to buy a car, and that's a whole different story. So I'm putting a little humor there. So now she's back in the boat. What kind of income documentation would they need? My husband just transferred companies about 2 months ago. I said, well, they're going to need last two bank statements, last two check stubs, 2018 returns. She goes, okay, 2018 W-2s. Now, I work with the number one THDA lender in the state. If they cannot get it done, then nobody can. Where did you want to live? In Murfreesboro only, or open to surrounding areas? Now, I did that to get off of the loan. People don't care about the loan, they care about the house. So I'm trying to get her dreaming about a home. So she says she's open to surrounding areas. I say, hey, the further you go out, the better deal you may find. We live in Bell Buckle right now. I love this area. And I said, any other income right now besides your husband? She goes, not right now. I'm between jobs at the moment. I said, yeah, I was near Bell Buckle last week. It's a nice area. Depending on your employment, they may be able to count your income as well once you start working again. She goes, currently I'm working on trying to change my job field so I have an income before they're comfortable enough to buy. I said, THDA is really an FHA product. It requires a 3.5% down, and the seller can pay your closing cost. I'll need you to have about $1,000 to $1,500 to work with, and you should be able to get you into the house if the loan officer gives you the green light. She goes, okay, I appreciate the information. I'll pass it along to my husband. And then I said, sure thing, always here to help. I'll try to make things as painless as possible. Then she says, if he is interested in moving forward with getting in touch with the loan officer, how do we contact you? Perfect. See, I got her back in the boat. I said, can we connect tomorrow after you've had a chance to talk to your husband? I said, I was actually about to schedule a follow-up. And then she says, okay, I'll get back in touch. What time is best? and I wanted to get her back on the house. So I said, what payment range do you think you're in? I'll send you a list of homes in the meantime. And she goes, anytime is good. Or I said, anytime is good. I'll if I'm out showing houses, I'll let you respond. I'll respond ASAP. She goes, I think about $950, which is probably unrealistic, but it doesn't matter at this point. Let's get her over to loan officer. I said, got it. What email address should I send them to? And I got her email address. I said, sound good. Talk to you. Bye for now. She goes, bye. And she says, thank you. That is how you tee up somebody to go to a loan officer.